Virgo, listen carefully. September 15th is not just a date on the calendar. It is a spiritual marker. It is a divine checkpoint where the universe steps in, where God Himself begins to shift pieces in your life that you cannot move on your own. You may feel it already, an uneasiness in your spirit, a restlessness you can't explain. That's not your imagination. It's a sign. Because someone very close to you, someone you've trusted, leaned on, or loved, is about to be removed from your path, not by chance, not by coincidence, but by divine order. This is not rejection, Virgo. It is redirection. It is God saying, this person cannot go where I'm taking you. Their chapter in your life has ended, and holding on will only keep you stuck. I know that's not easy to hear. You've invested time, energy, and love. You've carried people on your back, hoping they'd change, praying they'd see your worth. But the truth is, on September 15th, the mask comes off, the truth gets revealed, and the exit cannot be avoided. This is a fated shift, one that feels heavy at first, but it's the weight being lifted from your soul. You will have to face it alone, because no one else can walk this part of your journey for you. But hear me, what looks like loss is the very doorway to your breakthrough. And by the end of this message, you will understand why this removal is not the end of your story. It's the beginning of your destiny. Virgo. September 15th does not arrive quietly. It carries with it a rare and powerful cosmic vibration, a shift in energy so strong that even the most guarded secrets can no longer stay hidden. The stars, the alignments, the divine currents, they all conspire to pull back the veil. This is the day when masks fall, when the truth that has been lurking beneath the surface finally breaks through, when the shadows of deception can no longer survive under the intensity of light. For you, Virgo, this day is about clarity, and clarity, though beautiful, is rarely gentle. Clarity can sting. Clarity can slice through illusions you once leaned on for comfort. Clarity can cut away attachments you thought you could never live without. September 15th is the atmosphere of revelation. It exposes who has been walking beside you with pure intentions, and who has been walking beside you while secretly working against you. It shows you who truly loves you, not for what you give, not for what you can provide, but simply for who you are. And it reveals who has been there only when it benefits them, only when it serves their agenda, only when your light makes their shadow feel safe. It will hurt, Virgo. The shock of recognition will pierce your heart. You may replay conversations in your mind, realizing words meant one thing to you but carried a hidden meaning for them. You may recall moments of trust that, under this new light, look more like manipulation. But here's the truth you must hold on to. This pain is not punishment. This pain is liberation. Because once you see clearly, you cannot be fooled again. Once you know the truth, you can no longer be bound by lies. September 15th sets you free, and in that freedom, Virgo, is where your destiny begins. Virgo, pause for a moment, think carefully. Who in your life leaves you feeling drained instead of lifted? Who leaves you questioning your worth after every conversation? Who makes you feel small even when you know your soul was created for greatness? This person might smile in your face, but their energy doesn't match their words. They say the right things, but deep down, something always feels off. They promise loyalty, but when you need them most, they disappear. They present themselves as your supporter, yet jealousy flickers behind their eyes. Maybe it's a friend who claps when you succeed, but secretly envies the way you shine. Maybe it's a lover whose sweet words never align with their actions, who says, "I love you," yet never makes you feel truly safe. Or maybe it's a family member who uses guilt as a chain, reminding you of what you owe instead of honoring who you are. Virgo, the truth is undeniable. On September 15th, God says, no more. No more wasted energy. No more hidden betrayal. No more allowing someone else's brokenness to dim your light. This person cannot go where you're going. Their season in your story has expired. And no matter how hard you try to hold on, no matter how deeply you care, the universe will step in and create a separation you cannot undo. It may come as a sudden argument. It may come as silence that never ends. It may come as truth revealed in the most unexpected way. But when it happens, you will know this is divine. Virgo, don't fight the removal, because God never subtracts without adding. He never closes a chapter without preparing the next one. Trust this. Their exit is your elevation. And though it feels like loss, it is the very thing clearing the way for your breakthrough. Let's be real, Virgo. You are not someone who loves halfway. When you give your heart, you give all of it. When you care for someone, you carry them. Sometimes even when they refuse to carry themselves. That's why this shift feels so unfair, because you're not the type to quit on people. You've stayed when others walked away. You've forgiven when others would have closed the door for good. You've given chances, sometimes more than they deserved, because you always hoped this time things would be different. So when this removal happens, the first question you'll ask yourself is, why me? Why now? Why must I lose someone I prayed for? Why must I release someone I built memories with? Why must I walk away from someone I once believed would always be there? Virgo, the truth is painful but powerful. God removes people for 3 divine reasons. First, protection. There are betrayals you cannot see. There are conversations spoken behind your back, intentions hidden behind a smile. God hears what you cannot hear. God sees what you cannot see. And when He removes someone, it's because He knows what they would do if they stayed. Second, redirection. Sometimes you are so focused on keeping someone in your life that you can't see the door opening right in front of you. That person was never meant to walk with you into the next chapter. Their presence blocks the very opportunities, blessings, and growth you've been praying for. So when God shifts them out, it's not rejection, it's redirection toward your destiny. Third, preparation. Virgo, you deserve more. More love, more peace, more stability. But in order to receive what's greater, you have to let go of what's lesser. That person was the lesson, not the destination. Their exit creates the space for the right love, the right support, the right opportunities to find you. Yes, it will hurt. You'll cry. You'll question. You'll even feel tempted to run back to the very person God is removing. But don't mistake pain for punishment. This pain is surgery. It's the cutting away of what no longer belongs in your spirit. And surgery hurts, but it heals. Virgo, hear me. This is not the end of you. This is the release of what was never truly for you. And though your heart may ache in the moment, soon you'll look back and understand. This loss was your liberation. This goodbye was your growth. This pain was the beginning of your healing. Virgo, before this person is removed, the universe will not leave you blind. There will be signs. Subtle at first, then louder, until you can no longer ignore them. Conversations that once felt alive now feel empty. You talk, but nothing flows. It's as if their words are hollow echoes, bouncing back without meaning. Promises begin to break. They say they'll show up, but they don't. They say they'll change, but they don't. They say they care, but their actions whisper the opposite. And then there's the energy. You feel it the moment they step into the room. The atmosphere shifts. The air feels heavy. Instead of comfort, you feel tension. Instead of peace, you feel drained. And perhaps the strongest sign of all, your spirit refuses to stay silent. Every time they speak, Something inside of you stirs. Your intuition whispers, "This is not right. This is not safe. This is not love, Virgo. These are not coincidences. These are divine warnings." Your soul knows the truth long before your mind accepts it. And for months, maybe even years, you felt it in the background. But you kept brushing it off, giving them another chance, telling yourself you were overthinking. No, Virgo, you were not overthinking. You were being guided. September 15th is when those whispers become undeniable. It is when the truth no longer hides. It is when God says, "Enough." And when the removal comes, it will not be soft. It will not be gentle. It will be sudden. A fight that explodes from nowhere. An argument that cuts too deep to repair. A betrayal that leaves no room for excuses. Or a silence that stretches so long, it becomes permanent. It will feel final. But Virgo, hear me, it's divine. This ending is the protection you prayed for but didn't know how to ask. This ending is the clarity you needed but couldn't create on your own. Do not fear the sudden break. It is not destruction. It is deliverance. When they're gone, Virgo, you will feel it. The silence, the emptiness, the sudden stillness where their presence used to be. Nights may feel colder. You may lie awake, reaching for someone who is no longer there, replaying old conversations, wondering if you could have changed the ending. Mornings may feel quieter. You'll make your coffee, sit in your usual place, and notice how much space there is without them. At first, it will sting. Because you're human. Because you care. Because you gave your heart honestly, even if they never knew what to do with it. But Virgo, listen closely. Loneliness is not punishment. It is preparation. It is the sacred pause between what you've lost and what you're about to gain. It is God clearing your space so something better, someone better, can finally step in. September 15th is not designed to break you. It is designed to strip away what is false, so what is real can finally grow. It is not destruction, it is construction. The tearing down of weak foundations so your soul can stand firm on something unshakable. You are not losing, Virgo. You are transitioning. The silence you feel after their removal is not emptiness. It is the womb of your rebirth. Just like a seed buried in darkness before it sprouts into the light, you too must sit in this quiet space before your breakthrough emerges. In the stillness, you will discover your strength. In the quiet, you will hear your own voice again. In the loneliness, you will remember who you are without their shadow over you. So do not run from it. Do not fear it. Embrace it. Because this season of solitude is not the end of your story, it is the beginning of your becoming. Yes, Virgo, it hurts to say goodbye. It hurts to release someone you once imagined would be with you forever. It hurts to watch a chapter close when you weren't ready to turn the page. But listen carefully. What's coming after September 15th will heal the pain, because God never takes without giving. He never closes one door without opening another. He never subtracts without preparing to multiply. Here's the hidden truth, Virgo. The very moment that person exits your life, you rise. It may not feel instant, but it will be undeniable. The heaviness that has been clinging to your soul will begin to lift. Your spirit will feel lighter, your focus sharper, your heart freer. You'll notice your energy shifting. The constant drain you felt whenever they were near will vanish. Suddenly, you'll have strength again. You'll have clarity again. You'll be able to breathe again. Your creativity will return. Ideas that once felt blocked will begin to flow like a river. Projects you put aside will suddenly feel exciting again. And inspiration, the kind you thought was gone for good, will come rushing back. Your health will improve. Because whether you realized it or not, carrying their energy was making you tired, stressed, maybe even sick. But their absence creates peace in your body, balance in your mind, and strength in your spirit. Even your finances will begin to align, because when you remove someone who was draining you, emotionally, mentally, or even materially, you stop leaking blessings. You stop pouring into the wrong soil, and suddenly the resources you need can finally grow in fertile ground. Why does this happen? Because their absence clears the blockage. Their removal restores your flow. And when the blockage is gone, everything in your life begins to move again. This is the hidden gift in loss. What feels like subtraction is actually addition. What feels like rejection is actually protection. What feels like the end is actually the beginning. Virgo, you are not being punished. You are being promoted. The weight that has been holding you down is being lifted. The delay that has been slowing you is being removed. The toxic tie that has been binding you is being cut. And now, finally, you can move forward. You can walk lighter. You can dream bigger. You can live freer. Because the truth is, this goodbye is not just about losing someone. It's about gaining yourself back. And when you reclaim yourself, Virgo, everything in your life begins to align in ways you never thought possible. Virgo, hear me clearly. September 15th is not an ending. It is the spark of a new beginning. The very moment you release what no longer serves you, a door swings open that was closed for far too long. This fated shift is not meant to break you. It is designed to position you. It is preparing you for a season unlike any you've ever lived before. This is the season when new love finds you, not the kind of love that drains or confuses, but love that uplifts, supports, and truly values your soul. The kind of love that doesn't make you question your worth, but instead reminds you every day how precious you are. This is the season where hidden opportunities begin to reveal themselves. The doors you thought were locked, they swing wide open. The places you thought were beyond your reach, suddenly they welcome you in. Your path will feel aligned, your steps guided, your purpose undeniable. And this is the season where clarity comes, where your purpose, something you may have doubted, second-guessed, or even ignored, becomes clear as day. You will know what you're called to do. You will feel where you're meant to go. You will see exactly why God had to remove what He did, because it was blocking you from this future. But Virgo, here's the key. You must face this shift alone. You cannot run back to what's gone. You cannot beg for someone to stay when their season has expired. You cannot keep reopening closed doors, hoping for different outcomes, because the blessing is not behind you, it's in front of you. And every time you turn back, you delay what's waiting for you. So walk forward with courage. Step into the unknown with faith, because what's ahead, Virgo, is bigger, brighter, and more beautiful than anything you've had to leave behind. So hear me, Virgo. September 15th is not just a date. It is a prophecy written in your destiny. Yes, someone will leave. Yes, tears may fall. Yes, the silence may feel heavy. But in the same breath, strength will rise. This is the prophecy. God removes to protect you from betrayal you could not see. God removes to redirect you when your path has drifted away from your true purpose. God removes to bless you with something far greater than you ever imagined. You see, Virgo, removal is not rejection. It is redirection. It is divine intervention. It is the universe stepping in when your heart is too loyal, too loving, too forgiving to let go on your own. And here is the deeper truth. What leaves you on September 15th was never meant to carry you into your future. That relationship, that friendship, that bond, it served its purpose. It taught you the lessons. It shaped your strength. But it cannot walk with you into the next chapter. Do not chase what is being taken away. Do not beg for what is closing. Do not question the timing. Instead, trust the removal. Because right after the pain, right after the silence, right after the letting go, comes the blessing. A love that truly values you. An opportunity that shifts your entire path. A peace that feels like freedom. So when the moment arrives, Virgo, stand tall. Do not see it as loss. See it as prophecy. See it as God Himself rewriting your story, because the truth is simple. What's coming after is far greater than what you lost. And when you look back, you will thank the heavens for every closed door. Virgo, September 15th is your turning point, and the prophecy has already been spoken. So Virgo, on September 15th, a chapter closes, but your new story begins. I want you to pause and really think. Who is the person in your life that feels heavy? Who is the one you've tried to hold on to, even when your soul whispers to let go? A friend? A lover? A family member? Deep down, you already know. This is not about anger. It is not about revenge. It is about alignment. Because when God removes someone, it is never random. It is always for your protection, your redirection, and your blessing. Now I want you to do something powerful, something that seals this message into your spirit. Drop a paw in the comments right now to claim this prophecy. Declare with faith, I trust God's plan for my life. Your comment is not just words, it is an act of agreement. It is saying to the universe, I'm ready. I accept. I will not fight what is leaving, and I will not fear what is coming. And Virgo, let me remind you of this truth. What God takes away, He always replaces with something far greater. It may be painful in the moment, but joy is waiting on the other side. Peace is waiting. Love is waiting. Opportunity is waiting. So as September 15th arrives, walk with courage. Stand in your strength. Know that the closing of this chapter is not the end of your story. It is the beginning of the greatest one yet. Virgo, your shift is here, and your future is brighter than you can even imagine.